All right, how you doing? This is Les Stark. I'm the author of Hempstone Heritage, a book about the history of the hemp industry in Pennsylvania. And we're up here again for the Pennsylvania Farm Show. Every year we come up here. Shawn House has his Hempzels pretzel stand, and I come up here and I help him out when I can. And as always, Shawn has a great hemp display. You can travel around the country and you can look at other their displays, and you're not going to find a stand that's better set up than Shawn's stand. I'm just taking a little tour like I usually do every year. We'll show you what he has going on this year. Shawn's collected a lot of stuff over the years. It's probably taken about 15 years or more of making and collecting this stuff. This here is a sort of a timeline showing all these important historical dates. A lot of this is general information, and some of it is specific information that I supplied Shawn with, being the hemp historian. For example, here, 1938, Enos Schaefer, 81, arrested in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for growing hemp, quoted that he was growing seed for his chicken seed. Hempstone Heritage, it says. This right here is called a hemp break. This is where they use to break the hemp stalk. They will put the hemp stalk in there, and that's what they use to break the stalk, and a hard woody part of the plant would fall to the ground, and then you were left with the raw hemp fiber. Over here we have more of this stand. Down here is my book, Hempstone Heritage, being advertised. That is a Conestoga wagon. Well, now it's just switched. That's the hemp car. Ran on pure hemp seed oil. Ran through Lancaster County. There's Shawn at a show. Myself and Shawn House at his Hempzels office in Columbia. Now this is interesting. I showed this last year in the video. That is a diagram of a hemp mill. Diagram of the machinery in Peter Elser's hemp roller mill, built in 1760 in Clay Township in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. You see the position of the hemp millstone. It rolled in a circle over top of the hemp fiber, broke apart the more firmly adhering bark, and softened up the fiber and got it ready for the spinning wheel. This is Ron Harper again, teaching people about hemp.
I think the better thing is that this whole paradigm, this whole church's paradigm,
Ron always does a good job of explaining hemp to people. He has a really unique, interesting perspective on things. But look at all this stuff that Shawn's collected over the year. This is a blown up, enlarged article from 1938 edition of Popular Mechanics. They call it hemp the new billion-dollar crop. And you read there, it says, American farmers are promised a new cash crop with an annual value of several $100 million, all because the machine is invented, which solves a problem more than 6,000 years old. It's hemp, a crop that will not compete with other American products. Instead, it will displace imports of raw materials and manufactured products produced by underpaid coolie and peasant labor, blah, blah, blah. But the point is that they were saying that hemp was going to be a new billion-dollar crop. It had lots of potential. And it's ironic because right at that time is when the federal government made it illegal. Now this is kind of cool too. This is something Shawn does every year, which I think is fantastic. He always shows documentaries about hemp. We play it continuously over and over, so it brings people in that come in to watch the video. This is, of course, Hemp for Victory, the propaganda campaign video that the government put out to encourage farmers to grow hemp for the war effort during World War II. So when people come in here, if they spend a little time going through these exhibits, they are going to learn a lot. Hemp for auto parts, a little sort of spinning wheel type thing, That's Mary Jane Balmer in the center. She was the president of the Lancaster Farm Bureau, and she passed a resolution 2 years in a row with the Lancaster Farm Bureau saying that they support the legalization of industrial hemp. The guy on the left over here, his name is Wagner. He was a township supervisor in East Hempfield Township, and of course on the right is Shawn House. This was probably around the year 2001 or 2000. This is something new. Shawn just made this a few days ago. I posted this on Pennsylvania Hempland Security, my Facebook page. This is hemp building materials. Hempcrete. As you know, they're building full houses out of hemp nowadays. And of course, Hempland Security t-shirts, which I just think is such a cool concept. Hempland Security. Show people hemp grown in Canada, and you can see it's just chock full. I mean, you're talking about a lot of work here. Shawn's been working on this display for so many years. Over here we're cooking the hemp soft pretzels. Dennis, how are you? No, you could be in the video. That's Shawn's mom right there. Here's Shawn in action. That's my daughter.
The hemp seed is just go ahead and open up another bag.
No.
All right.
This is organic granola with a raw hemp seed, milled flax, cranberries and raisins.
All right.
Open up another bag here.
You like it?
Delicious.
It's good stuff. Have you ever eaten anything with hemp seed in it?
No.
No, it's pretty good. All right.
This jam is garlic. This is red.
So Lincoln's makes on a bar.
Shawn's doing a good business here. It's kind of neat because it's not only business, but it's also activism. People are learning about hemp. Now, today and the last 2 days, I got a chance to talk to people from the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture, talk to people from the Pennsylvania Farm Bureau, from the Pennsylvania Farmers Union. I talked to people from different places that make biomass for energy and so forth. Talked to a lot of farm groups, and everything's it's pretty interesting. Shawn is all over this stand. There's my book, of course. Hempstone Heritage, book about the history of the hemp industry in Pennsylvania. What we have right there, right by my thumb, is 2 hemp millstones. Between 1720 and 1870, there were over 100 water-powered mills for processing hemp fiber in Lancaster County, and dozens more in all the surrounding counties. And we've been able to find a couple dozen of these hemp millstones in museums and private collections around the county. Here we have hemp twine and so forth, hemp shoelaces, hemp concrete, tree-free board, shive, good stuff. Got lots of samples. Birds. Conestoga wagon covers. Of course, the word canvas is just a Dutch pronunciation of the Latin word cannabis. So, of course, hemp was a huge industry in Lancaster County, and if we have our way, we're going to bring it back again. Shawn works up here 8 days in a row from pretty much, gets up at 5 in the morning and is sitting here till like 9 o'clock in the evening, so it's pretty exhausting. He makes great raspberry jam, garlic jam, nutless seed butter, which is sort of a peanut butter alternative. We allow people to sample the jams and sample that, and the mustard with the pretzels. And people love these soft pretzels. At the Mother Earth News Fair, we sold over 1,000 of those pretzels. We probably could have sold a few hundred more, but we actually sold out. And
So that's $6.
love the logo, Hempzels. The original traditional hemp pretzel. It's all about the seed.
Nice meeting you. Have a good day.
So let me see if I can get see if I can get a word here with Shawn. Shawn, this is our annual video that has been our custom. You look fine.
Thanks, Les.
This is sort of our custom and tradition. We like to make a video. What do you have to say this year? Is anything new? What progress are we making? Anything?
It's been a real interesting year. Let's take a walk to the other side.
Sure. Keep in mind the video's already been going for 10.5 minutes.
I'll make it real.
All right.
Stop it and we'll start again.
Yeah, we can do that too.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes.
Because of Colorado and because of Washington State, this year what we're focusing on is the issue of what happened between 1937 and 1991. So people can get an idea that the Department